On the board first. Here's Hayward from the right block. The shot is good.
Well, that's really good work inside by Hayward. A reliable option for them in the paint.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pistons head coach and I did get a chance to talk. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thank you, David. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on George.
By employing the change of pace dribble, Hayward creates windows for a shot inside and outside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for George. So he gets them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Markkanen a screen on Rubio. Henderson passes to Markkanen. Collins with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bridges against Hayward. Collins a screen on Bridges. Here's Hayward. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And that one's good by Henderson.
Oh, love his mindset. Go to the basket. Be aggressive.
Rubio the pass to Hayward. Caldwell Pope outside. Hayward outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Bridges with the block. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Takes it off the glass.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, match it up with somebody with his skill set.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Rubio, the pass to Bowl. Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Henderson with it. Pass to Markkanen. Over Collins. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got 3 assists tonight. Pistons trail by 4. Rubio the pass to Hayward. To the middle. He's looking for Ball and finds him.
I think it's always a good idea to let Hayward go to work in the pick and roll. I mean, his decisions and his timing and execution are usually right on.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Bridges. Back to Henderson. Markkanen with it. He's guarded by Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
First free throw is good. And Markkanen drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Hayward. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Hayward on the wing. Markkanen pulls it in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Out to Henderson. Bangs home the trifecta. Henderson's got 5.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Bull. Great touch on the 16-footer.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Now here's Henderson. 5 points in the game. To the paint, Markkanen, and the shot goes down. 8 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And the Pistons making a change here. Junjar's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Heroes checked in. Here's Rubio out to Hayward. Collins looking around. Hayward against Markkanen. Hayward can't hit.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Back to Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
No scoring in this one. Hayward on the wing. He's covered by Hero. Hayward passes to Chunja. Right side, Collins. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Markkanen kicks to Henderson. Outside, Hero. Front pass the arc. Rebound, Detroit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Bull.
No shine away from contact there.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Pistons. They trail by 11. Bull, a screen on Henderson. Stolen by Henderson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's Henderson on the wing. Covered by Rubio. Drummond is doubled. And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A 3rd would be a problem.
Robinson's checked in for Detroit. And so here is Dallas. They lead by 11. 14 feet away. Chunchard grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Hayward on the assist by Robinson. Hayward's got 7 points.
That's his 2nd make and 7 attempts. Not the start he was hoping for.
Henderson outside. And here is Markkanen. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Chunchard, no good. Dallas leading by 8. Hero finds Henderson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
They sure are, looking to get their buckets up close and personal.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. A different look here for Detroit. Love's checked in for Bull. Hill comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Jackson in for Ricky Rubio. And Dallas also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Free throw no good for Henderson.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
And Bridges with the block. Dallas moving it around. And it goes down 2 points. He's got 10. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively, where they are getting out and running.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And textbook use of the pick and roll by Jackson, disrupting the defense and getting himself a look.
On the wing, Bridges. Good on the three-point shot. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Jackson. Robinson a screen on Henderson. Henderson against Jackson. Pass to Chanchar. Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Henderson. Excellent defense there from Henderson. Inside. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Gill from deep. Drills it from outside.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Henderson kicks to Markkanen. Powell the pass to Markkanen. Pass to Henderson. Launches it. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Gill. Then for the Mavericks. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Now Collins. Still without a basket. Rubio the pass to Hayward. Rubio sets the pick for Hayward. Back to Rubio. Wide open look. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks ball. And so Henderson will bring it up for Dallas. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. That one goes. Count it. Henderson's got 11 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And in the first 5 seasons after the NBA added a three-pointer, ranked teams averaged a little over 2 attempts per game. These days, it's over 24 attempts a game.
Yeah, the number of threes taken has skyrocketed in recent years. Where it ends, that is anybody's guess.
And that one falls for Bull.
And Bull, to me, remains such an interesting prospect, a towering big man who possesses considerable skill and versatility.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Back to Henderson. And Bull pulls it down. Pistons trail by 15. Pass to Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
Rubio finding the open man, it seems that's exactly what he was built to do. It's what he's paid to do.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to George. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Rubio against Henderson. Now Bol. Outside Collins. Rubio left side. Lock at 6. Back to Collins. His first shot coming late. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Following this, they get to host the Rockets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Allen. It's Henderson on the wing. Outside, Markkanen. Here's George. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. Bol setting the pick for Jackson. And it's sent back by Allen.
Showing no mercy at the defensive end.
And then Henderson with the dunk.
Nice read from the big fella. Markkanen demonstrating a solid feel with his passing.
Henderson against Rubio. Hayward outside. On the wing, Jackson. He's looking for Bol and finds him. Back to Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 7 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
There's 1:47 left in the first half of basketball. Bol kicks to Collins. Back to Bol. Over Markkanen. Bol, that's good. Bol's got 4 points in the quarter. Mavericks leading by 19. Here's George, and the shot is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Hayward outside. Pass to Collins. Jackson with it. Bol setting the pick for Jackson. Misses the 3. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's Markkanen, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, in this day and age of how the game is played, Markkanen's skill set, hand in glove fit, superb at spacing the floor with his shooting stroke.
And the Pistons making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Bridges, he's checked in for Dallas. And, well, Detroit shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Rubio taking his time here. George against Hayward. 5 on the clock. Pass to Caldwell Pope. A floater. That one's not going to go. Bridges with some nice defense. And here's Henderson, covered by Rubio. And then Henderson with the jam.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Hayward with the ball. 11 points in the game. Collins, a screen on George. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. when he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And so it's Dallas, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Dallas Mavericks.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
Yeah, the rebound margin really does tell the story here. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Pistons. I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good. I'd be dominating down low. I'd be picking up that big old dub.
So, Shaq, how many of those Game 1 home openers did you actually win over your career?
AOT, Ernie. All of them.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And the Pistons with possession here. And here's Rubio. Still scoreless. Hayward against George. George with the defensive effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Shot clock at 6. Bridges passes to Drummond. And Bull sends it back. Henderson against Rubio. Pass to Collins. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Bull against Drummond. Back to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Bridges. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Caldwell Pope finds Bull. Here's Collins. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's George. Doesn't go that time. The Pistons have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet, got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Bridges kicks to George. Nice shot from the wing. George has got 6.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Pistons shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Caldwell Pope outside. Rubio sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. And it's sent back by Drummond.
You got to be careful shooting around Drummond. I mean, he has a really good knack for when to go for the blocks.
Oh, he's not going to miss that.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Collins passes to Hayward. Rubio with a screen on George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hayward. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Drummond, and it's sent back by Drummond. They get it back. It's the three-pointer. George has got 9 points.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, nice job by Rubio to stay with the shot despite the contact. He's a pretty crafty finisher.
Now the Mavericks with it. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Markkanen. Now Bridges. Back to Henderson. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Collins. Hole with it. Caldwell Pope outside. Henderson against Rubio. Bol setting the pick for Rubio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Bol with it. Over Drummond. Bol can't hit. Dallas has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Markkanen finds George to the left side wing. Markkanen a screen on Hayward. No one covering. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Now, here's Rubio. Hayward outside. The fader. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And it's Bol that time on the assist by Collins. 10 points for him.
Hey, when you go in there, you better finish strong, and he did.
Pass to George. On the wing, Bridges. Back to George. Now Markkanen. He's guarded by Collins. Dallas moving the ball around. Drummond with a screen on Rubio. Henderson kicks to Drummond. With the fadeaway. Again, the Mavericks score.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Caldwell Pope right side. The 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Love the rise and fire approach from KCP. Got to be impressed with this guy's confidence.
Henderson looking it over. Pass to George. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Rubio right side. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Really encouraging to see Bol click in offensively like this, looking to make a bigger impact on that end of the floor.
2 points, that one goes. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Rubio outside. Pass to Bol. There's the 3. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. Hayward up top, defended by Bridges. Hayward passes to Rubio. Outside Collins. In the corner, Bull with it. Back to Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Bull inside. Working on Drummond. Bull can't hit. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Back to Henderson. In the corner, it's Bridges. Marking in a screen on Caldwell Pope. And it's George missing.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bull inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. It's rebounded by Dallas. Markkanen's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Henderson kicks to Drummond. Henderson with a screen on Bull. Drummond, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Rubio the pass to Hayward. Into the lane. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Hayward is at his best in attack mode, taking it strong to the rack.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long. And also,
so no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And Greg, looking at the standings early on in this season, what would you tell teams that have gotten off to a rough start?
That it's a marathon and not a sprint. There's no reason to panic and look to make big changes yet. Plenty of time to come together and right the ship.
Now here's White. Pass to Hunter. 6 to shoot. Millsap kicks to Hunter. Over George. Hunter no good. Dallas with the ball. Henderson outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Bridges outside. And here's George for 3. Here's Drummond. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
White finds Horford. Outside, White. Pass to Hunter. Latrey. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Dallas with the ball. Henderson passes to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
White with it. Now here's Horford. Here's Hunter. He wants to get the Millsap and does. That shot off. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Henderson outside. Pass to Drummond. Markkanen in the corner. They get it again. He goes up again. In deep. Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got 6. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. White against Henderson. Horford up top. Now here's Hunter. Now here's Millsap. He's guarded by Markkanen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Teams really benefit from reliable guys like Paul Millsap. He's a determined player and a hard worker who will grind it out and do whatever he can to make an impact.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside, George. They get it back. Hunter with some nice defense.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To the inside. Bridges with the steal. At the top of the key, Henderson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Nice read from the big fella. Markkanen demonstrating a solid feel with his passing.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And that one falls for Henderson. So the Celtics called timeout, their first.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Bridges against Walker. Pass to Hunter. Back to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Millsap with the steal. Hunter against George. White. And it's blocked. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Henderson kicks to George. Bridges for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 10. Hunter dishes to White. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by George. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. That's now 8 points for Drummond.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
White looking around. Pass to Hunter. Back to White. Can they get it? It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Bridges, guarded by Walker. Henderson outside. Markkanen sets the pick for Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Markkanen can't get it to go. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. White the pass to Horford. Celtics passing it around. Outside, Walker shoots over Bridges, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Down low, and there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Henderson. Drummond's got 10 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big league.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Boston. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dwight Powell's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. White against Henderson. Pass to Anunoby. Millsap a screen on Bridges. Inside. Horford trying to free himself up. Millsap misses. Mavericks leading by 12. Henderson outside. Back to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Suns. Henderson against White. Pass to Millsap. Back to White. Mavericks with the rebound. Bridges outside. Here's Drummond. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now here's White. Still yet to score. Hunter kicks to White. Hunter on the wing, defended by George. He had a nice open look right there.
If you're waiting for him to miss and he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Pass to Powell. And here's George. Now Bridges. And here is Powell. Millsap covering. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Bridges outside. Pass to Henderson. To the paint. Here's Powell. Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 14. White with it. Now Henderson defending. White dishes to Hunter. Over George. Here's Horford. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Boy, he is an absolute load inside. When Horford is aggressive, the defense has problems.
The free throw line's a great way to see how confident a player's feeling.
Some changes for Boston. Nowitzki's checked in for Millsap. Horton Tucker comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Jennings in for Derek White. Pass to Bridges. Outside, Hero. Shoots over Horton Tucker. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Henderson's checked in for Dallas.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 91, Marvin Henderson.
Celtics on D. It's a 14-point game. Clock at 6. Hero from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second-chance buckets.
Anunoby. Stolen by Henderson. Fast break, Dallas. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And Boston has possession following the score by Dallas.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Walker's checked in for Talen Horton-Tucker. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Mavericks. Anunoby outside. Pass to Nowitzki. To stop the drought. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Mavericks leading by 19 points. Markkanen sets the pick for Henderson. Powell with it. Here's Hero. Henderson against Jennings. Henderson kicks to Powell. Off target with the open look.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Dallas has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Henderson looking it over. Back to Markkanen. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And looking like a young Dirk there. Markkanen is that coveted combination of size and shooting that many teams desire nowadays.
Now here's Jennings. Now the Mavericks moving it up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Out to Bridges. Hero on the wing. Pass to Henderson. Second shot opportunity. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboards. These second chance buckets are killing them.
Now, here's Walker. Here's Nowitzki. He's guarded by Markkanen. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Walker.
And Nowitzki is money from the mid-range now. Like how high he keeps the ball. Really does a nice job of extending and keeping that ball away from the defense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Henderson passes to Markkanen. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Nowitzki outside. Inside. Here's Hayes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Dallas, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well,
and a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Hayes. Millsap comes in for OG Anunoby. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Walker. And it's White in for Brandon Jennings. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Powell. Paul George comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Bridges, he's checked in for Hero. And Henderson subbed in for Garland.
Boy, that fancy alley-oop right there, that move by Drummond, the result of excellent communication with his teammates.
Henderson outside to the inside, and Drummond throws it down.
He is on a roll right now.
Henderson.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. It's Nowitzki on the wing. It's good. Nowitzki's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Now Henderson. He has 5. Outside, George. And a miss there on the triple. Deflects the pass. Here's Bridges. Drummond trying to get himself free, and the layup's good off the glass. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Markkanen's checked in. White against Henderson. Here's Markkanen. It's stolen by White. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Wide open. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. In the corner, George with it. Henderson with the screen for George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford.
Nice aggressive take that time by Drummond. Goes right into the defender to get the shot off and a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
White the pass to Hunter. Back to White. Millsap a screen on Henderson. 5 on the clock. And White kicks to Hunter from deep. Sinks the triple. Hunter's got his second bucket of the night.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Henderson passes to Bridges. Up top, Markkanen. Pass to George. There's the triple. Here's Drummond. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Drummond's got 21.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Walker with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
Here's White. Scoreless thus far. Millsap left side. It's White on the wing. Henderson defending. Offensive rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Millsap with the steal. And here is Hunter. He has 5. Pass to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Hunter. Now Horford, defended by George. Horford, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
From 13, Henderson, no good. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Millsap against Drummond. Now here's Millsap. He's guarded closely. Hunter, no one around him. His three-pointer's off the mark. It's been all Mavericks. Takes a step back. Markkanen passes to Bridges. On the wing, George. 1:19 left to play in the first half. From 20 feet out. And Boston with the rebound.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
White, and White with the stuff.
Now that's big-time hops right there. White bouncing off the floor like a pogo stick and just throwing it down.
Henderson with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And stolen by White. Here's Hunter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Celtics have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Dallas shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Everything the big man does is working right now. It's Andre Drummond's night. Keep that ball coming to him.
Henderson against White. Pass to Millsap. Hunter for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Drummond's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Henderson right side. Markkanen sets the pick for Henderson. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Traps in the tray. Markkanen's got 13.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Dallas. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be right back after this.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You look at the Celtics. Even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time left. With all this talent, I can see them turning it around real fast. How fast? That fast.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Mavericks.
They've kept the ball moving. No one's trying to be a hero, and you see the results.
Yeah, they're just not slinging it around. They are passing with a purpose.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Henderson. Drummond sets the screen for Henderson. To the middle. Tipped away. And stolen by White. Here's Walker. He gets it in there.
In traffic. That's a tough shot.
Mavericks shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Henderson passes to George. And that's good off the glass that time. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Horford finds White. And it's Walker, top of the key. Hunter, the pass to Horford. 6 to shoot. Pulls it from the elbow. Walker's shot is off. Now the Mavericks with it. Henderson outside. Horford with the rebound. Boston shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. White against Henderson. For 3, Hunter. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Drummond a screen. Henderson kicks to George. Out to Bridges. And it's off from three-point range. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Hunter. Walker with it. Defended by Bridges. The 3. Walker's shot is off.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
It's Henderson on the wing. White covering. Henderson with a screen on Millsap. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Millsap dishes to Hunter. On the wing, Walker. To end the drought. Maverick.
Second half, only 1 for the first 5.
Henderson passes to Markkanen. White against Henderson. Off target with his 3.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside, Horford. Pass to Hunter. Banked in off the glass. Hunter's got 8.
You've got to have inside scoring to be successful, and he's aware of that.
It's Henderson on the wing. White covering. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. White with it. Pass to Hunter. The Celtics need to get a shot off. White, good. White's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Bridges with it. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Millsap sets the pick for White. With some arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Markkanen's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Pass to Henderson. George against Horford. The shake. Oh, and there is George making a fantastic play. George has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, that's a hard shot even from that range. George had to get that one off against tough defense.
And here's White. Markkanen with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last. The Celtics have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. White the pass to Millsap. Now here's Walker. Millsap a screen on Bridges. Shot's good by Walker.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Down low, Drummond, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
Boy, excellent possession from this team that time. When you set up Drummond down low, I mean, you're going to get trips to the line.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, you make your free throws, and I think it helps your rhythm, too.
Walker's shot is off. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
On defense, the Celtics. And Drummond kicks to Markkanen. Bridges outside. A 3-ball. The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game. White the pass to Walker. Celtics passing it around. Now White. Hunter sets a screen for White. With a floater. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, I think that's exactly the right attitude for White to have. Go at the defender head on and don't back away from.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now we present the player of the game, Andre Drummond.